Today on the channel, we are going to do a pack opening of Bowman Chrome 2024 college football cards. So we're going to go ahead and open these up. Remember, we're just trying to kind of figure this thing out, the whole pack opening thing, see how it works on the channel, see what we can do better, all that stuff. So, but now we've got two of these boxes of 2024 Bowman Chrome. So some good players in here. Like you got the Ted McMillan class with Cam Ward and Jackson Dart, Cam Scadaboo, players like that, all up in here. So hopefully, and then of course some players that are still in college. So hopefully I can get in this damn box. Jesus, God almighty. This thing is absolutely ripped. Okay, there we go. God, dog. Had to put in some serious form strength there. But hopefully we get some decent players. So let's see, there is, how many are in each box? There is 1, 2, 3, there's 7. Yeah, 7 packs in each box. So we'll go ahead and open both. We'll kind of keep them separate just so we can remember what box, what box. God, man, just keep what box and which box was better and all that stuff. So on the right and then on the left, we'll do it like that. So hopefully these come out well. Hopefully all this works. We're still, like I said, still kind of figuring things out as far as how to do these, the setup for it, all that stuff, trying to add stuff constantly, content-wise. All right, so we'll do a box over here. Cool. And then a box over here. All right, sweet. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? All right, first pack. So there's 4 cards in each pack. So not too many as far as, like, the sheer amount of cards. But first off, Jeremiah Love. That could be huge already. Well, not huge, but that's a big one. So Matthew Golden, all right. So the Green Bay Packers, obviously. We got Pat Bryant, Denver Broncos. Jalen Daniels, all right, for Kansas in this pink variant. So it's always like with Topps cards, you got to figure out the different parallels and variants and all that stuff. But some decent players in this one. I mean, Jalen Daniels, still in college, but a prolific player. And then Jeremiah Love could be the 8th overall pick to the New Orleans Saints this draft. So definitely his first Bowman card too. So this is Jeremiah Love last year. So a year early on Jeremiah Love. So that's I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that pack, those players. It's interesting to do these retroactively because you know so much more about the players. You know so much more about who's good, who's not good. Xavier Watts, Talon Green, Xavier Restrepo ran like a 4.8 at the combine, dropped his draft profile quite a bit, and then Roman Hemby. So a little bit of a worse pack there. Restrepo, probably the best of the bunch, but still nothing special. And then, all right, next pack. So obviously you want Carnell Tate, another one about a year early. Looks like we have an insert in there as well. Tyler Van Dyke, LaShawn Williams. There's the Acropolis Cade Klubnik. Before the season, I would have said this was fantastic, as Klubnik was supposed to be really good. But Klubnik didn't have that great of a year, so to hurt his draft stock as well. So the Acropolis Cade Klubnik. And then Carnell Tate. All right, Carnell Tate, another guy who could be drafted 8th overall to the Saints this year. But decent players, probably not anything special in that one, but decent players. It's always good to have, rookie cards and especially college rookie cards. Another good player, Francis Maui-Noah. We'll see him in the back of this one. Reuben Bain Jr., number 44 in this one. But Reuben Bain, another guy who absolutely could be he could be the 2nd overall pick. Could go to the Jets after Fernando Mendoza. But Reuben Bain Jr., not too bad. Tyleik Williams, okay, another insert. Campus Icons, Drew Aller, another one before the season would have been fantastic, but nothing special there for Aller. Draft stock took a big hit. A lot of people thought he'd be the 1st overall pick, not anymore. And then Francis Maui-Noah. So a lot of Miami players there, good players. Another good pack as far as like the actual player value. I mean, Reuben Bain, anytime you can get the potential 2nd overall pick, I will take it. But we want to see some autos, things like that. Quentin Joyner, all right. Nick Scourton, Tyleik Williams again, and then Antario Brown, and then Quentin Joyner. So, all right, that one a little less good. We got 2 more packs in this one. All right, here we go. Carson Beck, the Georgia variant. All right, Luther Burden the third, Caleb Johnson. There you go, Davison Igbinosun, an Ohio State cornerback in this like checkerboard variant. So let's see if that's that's worth anything there. That kind of diamond checkerboard situation. And then Carson Beck from Georgia. We now know he plays in Miami, but so we'll see what Beck does as far as his draft stock. But the first, parallel, I'm still figuring out the terminology for a lot of these. I'm just trying to get back into sports cards. We have a lot of cards. We haven't opened a bunch. So trying to figure out, the different variants, names, whatever. Like, is this a fuchsia, hollow foil, whatever? It's like, come on, man. All right, Jordan James, Oregon running back. Okay, what do we got here? Physical education, Will Howard card. Will Howard now national champion in Ohio State and now with the Steelers. Physical education. Okay. A certificate there. Interesting. And then Jalen Noel, Houston Texans, in this like fuchsia lava, pink lava parallel variant, whatever the hell. And Isaiah Bond. All right, so not a bad last pack. So that's box one. So now box two. Box one was okay. Box one's okay as far as like the players. Wasn't okay as far as probably the value, I would say, of the cards. But Chris Mitchell, Seth Hennigan, Sean Atkins, Drew Aller. There you go, another Drew Aller card there. All right, get back at this one. Okay, let's see here. So what we're doing, 14 overall packs, yeah. So there's 3 exclusive parallels per box, which I guess is like the pink and the lava and all that stuff. Devin Mockabee, Will Johnson, almost was a Saints second round pick last year, but the Saints ended up going with Tyler Shuck, so good on him. Will Johnson went to the Cardinals. And then a green Braden Shager, Hawaii quarterback. So a green parallel situation. I hope I'm calling him the right name. And then Derek Moore right there with Michigan. So hopefully the names and whatnot of some of these cards, some of these different variants and foils and all that. All right, Trey Moore, CJ Daniels from LSU, Dylan Thieneman. I'm not sure what that card is because it looks so different than all the other ones. Well, it must be like a retro. It must be like a retro kind of card because the back's kind of retro-y. Dylan Thieneman, Dorian Singer, Trey Moore. I've always heard the chromes bend because of the, I guess, like the chrome part of the card or whatever, or the, just how it's made. And there is some pretty serious bend. I don't know if you're going to see with some of these cards, but I've heard that with all the chrome, like all the chrome products, they will bend a little bit. So, all right, we got this and 3 more packs. Reuben Owens. And we got Colin Lacey, Jimmy Horn Jr. We have a path to glory, Harold Perkins Jr. from LSU. Before his big injury, Harold Perkins was like a potential top 10 pick, potential first overall pick, maybe even. But interesting card there. And then Reuben Owens. So cool card for the LSU hombres out there. All right, 3 more left. Do we see an autograph? Do we see a numbered card? Are there even number cards in here? Surely, right? All right, Austin Mack, return of the Austin Mack. Lawrence Arnold, Mikey Keene, Carson Beck again, Austin Mack. Okay, there you go. Rough pack there. I'm just going to guess. I'm guessing that's a rough pack. All right. Okay, penultimate pack. Jaden Higgins in the back there. Penny Boone, Riley Leonard, the boy. Riley Leonard. Loved him at Duke. Loved him at Notre Dame. I love a quarterback that will carry the ball 15 times. And now getting a shot in Indianapolis after the Daniel Jones injury. Amari Daniels in the, I guess, fuchsia lava situation. And then Jaden Higgins in the back there. Higgins also with Houston. All right, last pack of this opening. So let's see here. We get Jeremiah Love in the back. All right. Okay, Tez Johnson. All right, Tez Johnson, interesting story. But Tez Johnson is actually Bo Nix's brother. So Bo Nix's family adopted Tez Johnson. And now Tez Johnson's in Tampa Bay. And Bo Nix obviously is in Denver. But pretty wild, they adopt him. I think they adopt him in high school. And then all of a sudden you got 2 players playing at the same time in the NFL. So crazy stuff. Will Shepard. Okay, Ricky White III from UNLV in that like pink situation. And then another Jeremiah Love. So that's the 2 boxes. You know, I don't think there's going to be anything crazy in those boxes. I don't think it's one of those things where we just hit home runs all over the shop. We definitely got some good players. I mean, you got a bunch of first-round picks in there. How they'll actually play or what that, yet to be seen. But and then I'll have to check on all of the pink stuff, the green stuff, the whatever. So they were all pink except this green one, right? The green was the only. Oh, this is numbered. This is numbered. That's what I went back and checked because it was green and the rest were pink. So this is out of 99. Okay, so Braden Shager, 10 out of 99 there. If y'all can see the number on the bottom, kind of hard to see, but this is out of 99. All right, so Braden Shager here from Hawaii, down on the Big Island. So I mean, we'll see how it plays out. What is he? He's a senior. Okay, so we'll have to see what Shager's draft prospectus is, but that was a numbered card. Okay, so the green was numbered. So green is out of 99. Pink are not numbered. Yeah, the pink aren't numbered. I was blasting through that, but right at the last second there, I was like, wait a minute, we had a green one. The rest were pink. So I think black is one of one, right? Like I said, I'm trying to learn, but then the rest were pink. I don't think any of these like inserts were numbered, the Klubniks or any of that stuff. So yeah, all right, cool, fun stuff. So hopefully this all works. I'm kind of just testing the technology, honestly. I'm testing the equipment of how do I film on the opening with the hands. How do I film that while filming my face? What's it look like on the screen? What's it sound like? And then once we get it to where I can do it efficiently, then we're just going to start ripping through packs and all that stuff. So a bunch of different, and I have 2 more of these boxes. I have 2 more of these. So we'll definitely open some more of those. But all right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how this worked out if you like it. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.